how's that? Sorry. I was having audio issues in a game yesterday too. It must have reset everything for some reason. Thanks, Curtis. We got it now. What was I saying? I can't remember what I was trying to say before sound issues. Oh, Beatrix is obviously fine. I apologize if I scared anybody. She's good. I'm gonna take a different approach with her now. Starting next week, and that means she's probably not going to be in any streams for quite a while. Because I'm kind of afraid that if we move in the next couple months, when we move, it seems like we're going to be able to move, but we're going to have to wait for a couple months. But when we do, it makes me nervous having multiple stories and her acting unpredictably, and I'm not really, able to control her that well. And I'm hoping that someone recommended a bird, somebody who knew more about training other birds other than parrots. And I talked to her briefly, and I think that there's a chance that I can target train Beatrix. She hasn't tried it with a toucan as rascally, I guess you'd say, as Beatrix, but she says that it is possible to target train them. It's just a little more difficult. So I'm gonna try and do that. We're gonna see what happens. So I'm gonna try to get her target trained to some extent, at least to the extent where I can coax her out of the cage without any and out of her enclosure without any sort of struggle between us. I think that's just the way to go from here on out, because last week she's doing a lot better lately physically. So we just need to try to kind of work on her mental state, and I think that her enclosure right now is set up where she has enough space where she can continue jumping and flapping her wings and exercising her muscles and stuff like we want her to regain all her strength from the muscle atrophy in her wings and her legs. And she's already gotten a lot better. As we saw last week, she was able to jump up on the shelf over there. You want a blueberry? And when she's in her enclosure, she'll pretty readily come and take food from me. She acts a lot more scared out here. So I'm hoping maybe I can kind of just work with her to some extent where she can learn to trust me a little bit more and we can communicate a little better. I'm not going to do tricks, I'm not going to be doing a performance of any sort of training. In my opinion, I just feel birds deserve a little more, dignity to that, given their intelligence. But hopefully this will at least help me communicate a little better with her, Because the other birds are fine. I can handle them pretty well. And Ria took to me immediately. But Beatrix has some issues, and I want to try my absolute best to work through them. I think if I can at least get all of her strength built all the way up, and then have it where she can, what am I trying to say? Voluntarily come out of her enclosure through her own free will, and then her strength is well enough where she can go wherever she wants in the house here, or wherever we are at the time. She has complete, volition and freedom to do what she wants, and I can work with her when she feels more safe, easier, I think. So, my main goal is to get her to want to come out on her own. And I think I can do that with a little bit of target training, but we'll see. And you know, it would be helpful if I had an enclosure I could actually walk into, I think, but I think what we have will do just fine. I can go through the bars. The only thing that sucks is like I'm gonna try to. You dropped that. Come here. You wanna come? She's looking a lot better lately. She's got green around her eyes and stuff now. Her beak looks really good. Look, I'm not gonna hurt you. Try to keep my eyes off of her. Okay. Well, she's a little nervous now, but we're gonna have her out here for today as long as we can. And she won't be coming into any more live streams until she's a little more comfortable coming out of her enclosure more readily. I just think that's the best way to go. So this is going to be the last time we have her out for a while, like out of her enclosure, period. And it's going to suck because it's going to be hard to clean her cage while she's still in it, because she does. The problem I'm having now is she's now strong and confident enough to come and try to immediately bite me, and as soon as I get near the enclosure. So, you know, can't be having birds biting me every 5 seconds. That wouldn't be good. Hold on a sec. I don't know why all this is like, oh, my phone is like freaking out now. Okay, let's read. Hopefully that explains everything, and I'm sure people will still come here and continue to ask, and I can elaborate more if there's any questions. But I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I'm just going to try to train her, and you know, may or may not work, but I'm going to give it a try, and you know, we're going to do our best. And I'll do some videos of it or something too, so don't worry. Even though as far as training goes, I don't really know what I'm doing. So, but we'll see. I'm going to do my best. I was under the impression that you could not successfully target train toucans very well, and I was given information that changed my mind on that. You can't do it as easily as parrots, it seems like, but it is possible, I think. So there's just extra steps and things you have to go through to take, because she was explaining to me basically that you have to, they want to grab the target stick like it's a toy, you know, or food or something, and we don't want them to grab it. We just want them to kind of tap it or touch it. So you have to go through a few extra steps beforehand, but I'm going to put the time in and see if we can get it working, you know, so that I can coax her, try to build a little relationship with her and try to coax her out of her enclosure a little more easily. And I don't know, that's it. So no big deal, but you won't be seeing as much of her, which sucks, but you know, it's for her own good. So we have Aria now, you know, so that helps fill up the airtime. But you know, I have to try to prioritize the bird's well-being over videos, and sometimes that's difficult because I know you guys all want to see her and see Beatrix all the time and stuff like that, and have her included in videos, but you know, anyways. Hold on a second, let me bring up everything here. Okay. Anyways. Everything's fine. Okay, let me try to... Oh, I was explaining when the audio was muted. I upgraded my phone, and my phone upgrade came with this cheapish tablet. I mean, it's not the nicest tablet ever. I think it's only worth $150 or something. But I'm gonna try to use this to read comments on Livestream, so it's a little easier to see. But we're gonna give it a test run today and see how that works out for us. So, yeah. Let's see what happens. Just to read the comments and stuff. Curtis says no sound. Yes, Curtis. Thank you. We need to... Oh, let me refresh this real quick. Sorry I was a little bit late, by the way. Mike Bode says, am I first? LOL. Oh, top of the 3 afternoon, 3 cans and brought. I'm guessing that's top of the morning. But thank you, Mike. Good to see you. Andy Z says, hey there. Hope your plans for Beatrix work out well, and I hope your week was fine. It was fine. Trying to think if I did anything particularly interesting today, or this week, not today. Well, I've just been continuing to try and, sell or donate or get rid of anything in here that I don't need, so that it's as easy to move as possible. So I've been working on that and just getting miscellaneous stuff that I don't need into boxes and stuff like that. What else? What did I do this week? I did a lot of stuff, but it's you can't think of it offhand. Well, I mean, I did a lot of cleaning of the birds' cages and the bird room. And, I moved, that's what I did. That's of relevance here. I had a little island thing back there a while back. And it was still there. It was up next to the window back over there, kind of behind Tupac. And I moved that into the bird's room so that I can use the shelves to store bowls and the pads and stuff. They go on the bottom of the cages, and then the actual top of the island to put all their prepare their food, so I can actually just do everything in there except for washing dishes and stuff. I have to come out here, but there's a little fridge back there now with all their fruit, and I just keep all the fruit back in there. And now I have all the bowls back there too, so I can just prepare all their food back there and try to keep it as separate as possible from this eating area, just so there's even less possible chance of cross-contamination. It's probably a very extreme, unnecessary step, but it makes me feel a little bit better. So I did that because I don't know, I like steak and stuff, and I don't want to get steak and have it in the same fridge as the fruit, if that makes sense, and prepare it and cut it and I still have to cut it in here. I guess I could cut it back there. Yeah, I'll probably start cutting it back there. I haven't been doing that, but now that I think about it, it might be a better idea to do that. Yeah. So, just to minimize any chances of potential cross-contamination between the things I eat and they eat, and it's probably an extreme, unnecessary thing to do, but I'm going to do it because it makes me feel a little bit better. So, we can try to give Beatrix some, see people saying have a meat freezer and fridge. guys, I don't have much of a house, so that's not really an option right now. When I move, I'll probably do that, but for now we're gonna have a mini fruit fridge. But I don't have the space or I don't have anything space related is not available here, which is part of the reason I'm trying to get rid of a bunch of stuff, because I don't want to have that much stuff when we move. Even if the place is bigger, which it will be, I don't want to have as much stuff. It's just better to be as minimalistic as possible, I think, with the toucans around. So, yeah, I'll try to keep everything separate here for now. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but it makes me feel better. So no harm in doing that, because I almost haven't bought any steak or anything all year. So not since COVID happened. So, but I'd like to start eating meats again. So where I can feel more comfortable about it. What was I gonna say? I had something else to say. Now I can't remember what it was. Okay, we'll move on. If I remember it later, I'll mention it. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and this is what I was gonna mention. Because I finally got my roof looked at this week. Remember, like, months ago when the hail came and just ruined my roof? Well, they finally came out, because, like, everybody has been waiting to get their roof looked at. They finally came out this week. And then I filed a claim with the insurance and all that stuff. So, finally got the roof started. So, I did that as well. And then I also hired somebody to build, or to, like, convert my back porch temporarily into an enclosure, something that could be easily, made into a screened-in porch for the next owners of this place if they want that, because I doubt they need a giant bird cage attached to their house. But I went ahead and paid, because it wasn't too terribly much. It was enough to justify the price for the next few months, and I want them to be able to go outside during the warm time of year, because by the time we move, it might start cooling down. So I went ahead and paid to go ahead and get that started, to where my back porch is going to be a outdoor walk-in aviary type thing, because I'm hoping maybe I can try to train Beatrix to some extent where I can put her out there during the day, and then I can go sit out there with her. And then I can have the other birds out there too as well, obviously. I want them all to be getting fresh air and sunlight every day. But I just felt like it was worth even though it was a few $100s to do. Well, that's what they quoted me, at least. We'll see what it is when it's done. I feel like it was worth doing. It's worth doing it for the next few months. Just to have that time where they can go outside, so I can feel more comfortable, and I can go sit out there too, because I like to go outside, but I can't go outside a lot of times because I spend all day with the birds, and they can't go outside. Well, Tupac can, but the other ones, and especially Beatrix, can't. So it just makes me nervous. I'd probably be okay if Aria went out. Well, maybe not now because she's still new, but after a few months, after she starts getting acclimated to everybody and attached, it would be more feasible. But I don't know, it still makes me nervous. I know people do it, but it makes me nervous, especially with toucans because they're so spastic. So but anyways, that's some of the fun stuff I did this week. Let's see. Soul says, sorry I missed the past couple of streams. Work has been interesting. I hope you're doing alright, and I love you. P.S. A round of water for Brock when you get a chance. I actually do have water with me today. See? I've been drinking it. I do actually, I usually drink one or two of these before I go to bed each night. So, I know it looks like I'm drinking Coke like a freaking addicted, caffeine addicted heathen, but I do actually drink water at night, at least. I probably could just drink it all, you know, throughout the day, and that would be better, but it's better than nothing, right? I got some water for now, though. Okay, and we got this too. Let's see. Kate46 says, "Hi Brock, glad to see you and the birds are doing well." Good to see you, Kate. We're doing pretty well. Cool Gamer 2.0 says, "Hi, how's the new bird?" She is well. She's been out all day up until just before the stream. And then I switched her with Beatrix for this stream, because Beatrix will not be in the next stream. So, you know, it's only right to have her out today. So, because I'm just going to draw a line and start. I'll probably start Wednesday, because I ordered a longer... I know a lot of people use like chopsticks, but I ordered a long collapsible target stick that I think is intended for like dogs and stuff. But yeah, Beatrix likes to bite. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but she very much likes to bite lately, and I can tell she's feeling better physically, because she really wants to bite me every time I go in there to open her enclosure. And the only time she doesn't want to bite me is if she knows I'm bringing her food. But if I'm trying to bring her, like change her water or clean anything, like wipe the perches off, anything like that, or you know, try to take her out, it's very violent biting, and she would not hesitate to bite me in the face. So, unlike the other birds who don't want to bite face, she doesn't care where she bites. She'll bite whatever you put near her, whatever's closest to her. She's better when she's out here. When she's in her cage where she feels comfortable, then she wants to kill me. Do you want this or not? Okay, well stay over there then. Jeez. We'll bring Aria out later if you guys want her to come out. We'll swap the birds if you guys want that. I'm just gonna leave it up to you guys. If you want to spend the whole, we'll see how Beatrix does first. But if you want to spend the whole stream with Beatrix, we can do that. As long as she's, you know, behaving. Oh, I got another cool thing. One of our supporters on Patreon went on our Amazon wish list thingy and got something I've been wanting to get for quite a while, but didn't, because it's very expensive, especially just for one video. But they got us the Pangea. She's probably in here right now, but she got us it's a thermal camera that I can take pictures of, do time lapses of, and record video with, and it's awesome. I'll post some pictures of it on Instagram or something, but because the video is going to take a while for me to do, because I want to do some testing, but I want to do a video on the thermal regulation of their bill, like how they regulate their body temperature with it. There's only one video that I've seen that somebody did. Some university did a study on it, I think. But it was only one video of the bird sleeping, like going to sleep and cooling its body down. And I want to do something more extensive than that, because I want to get all three of the birds sleeping in a time lapse through the thermal camera, and then I want to have them outside in warm weather and see what it does in the warm weather, like when it's really hot outside, and then I want to see what it does when it's cold. Not like too cold, but colder than usual, you know? I want to see if I don't know, I just want to see how they change it. Like, can they use it to warm themselves, you know, as well? Can they like trap heat in it in some way, or is it only able to, you know, cool themselves down? But I'm interested to see that kind of stuff. And nobody's really, I don't think anybody's studied it to that extent. I think they studied it just to the extent to learn that they do use their bill as a radiator to regulate their temperature. But I want to do some more testing with it and just see, you know, because with Ria's a baby, and then we have 3 different species, and we can see and compare, you know, ages, size of bill, you know, in different situations, different temperatures, and see how it reacts. And I don't know, it's going to be really cool. So thank you, Pangea, for that, because that's a really cool, it's going to be a really cool video, I think, when we do it. And it hasn't been done before, at least not to that extent. There was a short video, like I said, if you look on YouTube at toucan thermal radiation or thermal regulation, something like that. I forget what it's titled. I can look it up real quick if you guys want to look. Let's see. Toucan thermal okay, toucan, oh, it's from Wired. Toucan bill regulates body temperature. That's what the video is called. And this is from Wired magazine. And they have a time lapse if you want to look of a toucan. It looks like it's a Toko toucan, I'm pretty certain, going to sleep. And how their bill, you know, their bill really heats up and then it cools down when they go to sleep. And you can see their body just cooling down over time. It's really cool. Or you can see like them push the heat from their body out into their bill. You have to watch the video. I can't really show it here, but it's really interesting, and I really want to see that with my birds and do a video on it because I think it's going to be really cool. But anyways, thank you, Pangea, because that is dope as hell. And I can't wait to see how each of them react, especially at different ages and different species. Let's see here. Okay. Let's continue on with our comments here. Our chats. Do we have, I'm going to ask Neb this, actually. Neb, if you're here, do we have the little chat thing on Discord up where people can come ask the questions or whatever on behalf of other people? Is that up right now? You can send me a message if you want, like a DM or whatever. Tell me real quick. I'm going to tell... We usually have a channel where you can ask questions and stuff, and then one of the people in Discord will ask on your behalf with a super chat. That way it kind of cuts through some of the volume of comments coming through. That Cherry Cat sent $4.99 with no comment. Thank you. Broster07 sent $3 with no chat. Thank you. Rebecca Lasik sent $2 and says, blueberry round for the birds and you. Well, let's save the blueberries. Look, this is all the blueberries I have left until the other ones thaw out. So let's, I mean, they'll be thawed out by the morning, but this is all we have for the stream. So let's keep them, to the birds. Beatrix has just not wanted to. She's just not wanted to take anything today. Look, you want this? You're gonna eat it, or you're gonna throw it on the ground out of spite? She's not even in frame now. Oh, there she goes. Okay. Oh. Let's sit back a little bit. I gotta stop. I lean forward too much during these streams, you know, because this, like, the couch kind of makes me, like, lean backwards, and it just looks weird on camera. You know, like this to look, you know, double chin going. Just not very attractive. I lean forward too much though, and it ends up making my back hurt while we're doing the streams. But you know, sometimes you gotta take one for the team, you know. What do we got here? Oh, Lix N32 sent CZK 200 CZK. I'm not sure what is that. Czech? I guess that's Czech probably. But thank you very much for that. I wish I knew how much it was, but thank you regardless. Kate says, am I going to join the Discord after the stream? I want to show you something. Sounds ominous, but yeah, I'll be there. Just at me, so I know. I'm always kind of on there. Like, I check Discord periodically throughout the day, off and on. So, but I'm not just like sitting there. Like, usually I'm not just sitting there staring at it. You know, if someone like tags me, I'll go look at it and answer it or whatever. But you know, or have a conversation. Someone's having a cool conversation, I'll join in. This has a stem on it. Let's get the stem off. Do you want this? Don't freak out. Don't freak out. What are you freaking out about? You want this? Okay, we're gonna give it to Tupac. Since he's a good boy. She's acting super nervous today. I don't know why. Nothing unusual has happened. She's doing a nice preen though. We should twist the... There, now we can maybe see her a little bit more. Although if Tupac turns his head over that way, it's gonna like kind of cut his beak off a little bit. But you gonna jump up there again? You gonna jump up there again? Her tail feathers look pretty good lately. I mean, they're not perfect, but they're way better than the little scraggly one she had when I got her. Ooh, she's thinking about it. Let's widen the... Wrong way. That should be fine. I wanted to pull the camera out in case she jumps up. And then you guys can see where she lands. Okay. Let's continue on because I just... Well, I don't think... Unless she tries to jam herself behind the air conditioner, which she has before back there, she should be fine. Let's see if she comes back. Because you guys can still kind of see her. Oh, wrong side. See her right there? I don't know where she thought she was going, but look, she can almost fly a little bit. That was a pretty good little, you know, short flight. Not the best flight, but, you know. It's probably the furthest she's ever actually flown without crashing into something or, you know, hitting the floor prematurely. Let's see if she navigates her way back. She might be able to. Let's just give her some time and see if good Lord, I cannot speak. See if she can do it. See, let's just see what she does. She should be safe back there. Usually she doesn't, unless I come back there. She might actually try to get behind the air conditioner if I go back there. But I've covered it up, at least to some extent. So hopefully she can't squirm her way behind there, but I don't think she will as long as I don't come up on her. That's the kind of stuff I'm worried about. Okay. Anyways. Trying to find where we were. Holly Goodwin asks, blueberry for Tupac. We can do that. Let's get a good one here. Blueberry for Tupac. Alright. My favorite boy. Also, any updates in the car? Are you still having to rent one? Glad to see you and the flock. They started my car, but, you know, I don't know how long it's going to take, because I'm trying to contemplate swapping the motor out with something new, like new. So it would basically just be a new car in an old body, and I think that would be beneficial for me to have, depending on the cost. So they're trying to quote me on that, but in the meantime, I bought an Explorer that had a collision on one of the fenders, and the actual, what am I trying to say? The suspension was messed up, but it was super cheap. It was only like $500, and it was in good shape other than the wreck, obviously. So I bought that Explorer, and they went and picked it up for me, and now they're taking they're taking parts from my car and putting it on that Explorer I just bought to redo the suspension and replace that fender that was wrecked, and just getting that car completely rolling and working and driving. And then once they do that, we'll gut the interior and we'll start sanding it and prepping it and priming it to paint. But they may want to, if I do decide to do a swap on the motor, they may want to do that before they paint and just strip everything out of the car, first. So I'm letting them do that, but the main guy that's a friend of mine, I've been going to him forever, that's doing the majority of the work, the owner of the shop, he hasn't been feeling well lately. He's sick to some extent. I don't know quite what he has, but it's slowed him down a little bit, but they have started it. They told me they did start it this week. And so I'm just trying to... Don't go back in there, Beatrix. Okay. I heard her hop back there. Made me nervous for a second. Oh, is she gonna come back? Oh, wrong way. I keep forgetting it's mirrored on my... Or not mirrored. Oh, it's the opposite when I look on the TV. You can just barely see your little tail feathers. Ugh. Keep pointing in the wrong direction, like right behind Tupac. Okay, what was I saying? They started working on it, but it's going to take a few months, I think. It's going to take, well, maybe not a few, but a couple months. I'm trying to rush them to do it more quickly, but, you know, I also understand that he's not doing very well lately. So, but hopefully, I have all the parts and everything are available there all the stencils for the paint, all the paint, everything they need is there. I've gotten it to them. So it's just a matter of putting everything together. The only thing we don't have is if we decide to swap the motor. I'm thinking about doing a Ford EcoBoost motor from the newer F-150s and Explorers and Mustangs and all that. So it would basically be a new Ford vehicle, but in an old Ford body. But I don't know. It just depends on the cost of it. If it's too much and all that kind of stuff, it stresses me out thinking about it. But it might be worth putting money into it, just to make the gas mileage better and up the reliability and all that kind of stuff, and add some longevity to it and all that good stuff. So I don't know. We'll just see. But it's started. It's a matter of time. And in the meantime, I have my grandparents let me, because my grandfather, not long after Maeve passed away, actually, he fell, and he's 70 something years old. He wasn't climbing a tree, but he was cutting tree branches, standing on a ladder, and he's very fit for an older gentleman, very active, still works, all that kind of stuff. But he fell off the ladder and shattered his heel and broke his back, and now he's been out of commission for a while, and probably for the rest of the year, I imagine, which is not good for him because he likes to be doing things constantly. But because of all that stuff happened, they have an extra car that I can borrow. So currently I'm using my grandparents' car, thankfully, and because the rental expired for my insurance. The insurance paid out finally. And it's enough to cover everything but the motor, thankfully. And then some, probably, to some extent. But we'll see. But yeah. Anyways. I have a car, thankfully, that I don't have to pay for. To rent and use. And I don't leave that often anyway, just to get groceries and stuff. And especially with COVID and everything, it's like, you can't even do anything anyway, even if I wanted to. So, works out. Just hang out with the birds, do stuff around here, get ready, clean, pack things up, sell things that I don't need, try to minimize things that I have. And that's mainly what I've been, aside from bird stuff, the obvious stuff, that's kind of what I've been working on additionally, so. But the car's underway, thankfully. And at the very least, the only reason I'm even considering swapping the motor is because I was able to get the insurance to pay for restoring the new car, and to make it's going to look exactly like my other one, but get it back to where it was, and then if I have money left over from insurance, and maybe I put a little bit of my own up, then I'll do the motor swap. But I don't know. Like I said, it all comes down to price. So, anyways, she's still sitting back there. You want to come join us? There's nothing back there that's interesting, trust me. Where was I? Oh, that was Holly's comment. Thank you, Holly. Cool Gamer 2.0 says, what's my favorite type of toucan? Toko or redbill are my favorite. I'm going to do a video soon that goes over my favorite species, because everyone always asks that. But Toko and redbill are a toss-up. Those are my two favorites. Probably follow, I don't know. Usually I'd probably say Toko's my favorite, but redbill was my favorite when I was a kid. So, I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up between the two, but then next would probably be like Swainson's toucan and channel bill and all that stuff. And then I've said before, keel bills are further down the list. Sorry, Beatrix. Maybe that's why she doesn't like me. But most people love keel bills, I guess, just because they have the most variety of color on their bills or whatever. But I don't know. They just never. I do love them because they're toucans, obviously, but they just weren't ever hugely appealing to me. I guess you'd say. You know what I mean? Oh crap! What did I just do? Oh, wait. Are we back? Yeah, here we are. You can't hop down, then we weren't going to have any toucans on the screen. You know that? You want to hop down real quick? Well, if you hop down, we can probably see Beatrix behind you. Let's see. Oh. You can kind of see her back there behind the chair. Man, the whole living room kitchen area looks so empty now because I got rid of so much stuff. I mean, my computer's there now, but only because I have another cage back in where the birds stuff or enclosures are, so they have a whole room to themselves now. Well, I mean, to sleep in, because Beatrix is going to be staying back there more, but Aria is usually out the entire day from wake to bedtime. When she gets sleepy, I'll put her up. But you want down? There you go. Let me try not to try to move over to the side here so you guys can see Beatrix. There. You can kind of see her back. Oh, wrong side again. I'll go move that chair. I'm not coming for you, don't worry. You got poop all back there now. That's nice. Why don't we take this time that she's away to clean all the poop up back here? That'd be good. Take a poop cleaning break for a moment. That was a good one. Maybe 2 o'clock will be done eating by the time I'm done here. Definitely getting a new couch when we move. That's for sure. Not fabric. Don't you swerve back there, okay? Just move up. Here. Well, that works. Well, she made it back. Are you ready to come back up? Let's try not to scare Beatrix while you get back up here. Okay, she didn't get scared. How about that? You want a blueberry? Throw it? I can throw it to you. You want it? Let's try another one. Never mind. I need to go pick those blueberries up. Hold on. Look. You want this? Whoopsies. She actually landed on the TV for a second. And she jumped all the way, or she like went on the ground and then jumped all the way up to the front of the couch. I thought she was going to jump back up here, but it would make me nervous because if I come around, I don't want her to get spooked and jump into Tupac, and then he gets scared and he tries to bite her and it's a whole thing. So let's just see what happens, I guess. You want back up? It's okay. You be okay? Come back. We're not going to hurt you. Come here. Where even did she go? Ow! You know, I'm sitting. Oh. You want to go back to your perch? Here. Don't bite me, please. Here. See, that's the reason I'm trying to take time to do the training. You want blueberry? Did you just drop that on the ground? Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to stress us out. I don't like it either, you know? Trying my best. Okay. Sorry for the delay. Okay. Well, we'll probably. You gonna be all right? Excuse me. Lost my place. Okay. Debbie Putnam says, I totally appreciate all you do for the bananas. Wish I had more to send. Well, Debbie, thank you very much. And I'm sorry that I had to struggle before I came with her, before I came to read it. But thank you very much. It's not about, it's about strength in numbers, Oh boy. Where's the next one? That Cherry Cat asks, why is this Beatrix last stream for now? I explained at the beginning of the stream, but I will again, because I'm going to try to take some time to train her to some extent to where it's less of a struggle out here, like you just witnessed, when she comes out. Which means she will not be out of her enclosure until she voluntarily comes out. So, like, without me putting my arm in there or anything, her just coming out on her own. So, I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm going to try to work on that from now on. So this will be the last stream and probably the last video that she will be out and about here for a while. So I'm just gonna try to focus on getting her, making some means where we can have some mutual trust between each other, and so it's easier for her to be out like this. And I think the timing would be good because, she can't interact with Aria for a few months, and we probably won't move for a few months. And it makes me nervous if we have multiple stories on a house. Like the one I was looking at had a loft area that I would put the bird cages up on, and it overlooks the living space. So I wouldn't want her to get scared and take off and fly and hurt herself, because she can't fly that well yet, and stuff like that. There needs to be some form of we need to have some, even just a little tiny relationship we need to have. So I think the timing would just be right to take the next few months for me to try to train her, and then by that time Aria can actually interact with her and all that good stuff. So I got to prioritize the birds' well-being over having them in the video, even though I know you guys really like having them in the video and on streams. We gotta make sure she's well first. So I don't want to put any unnecessary or additional stress on her that doesn't need to be had. So we're gonna work on that, and that's why this is her last stream for a while. She's fine, other than being a little bite machine. So we're just going to try to get her past that for now. Kate46 says, Brock, did you make a post on Instagram and Facebook for the stream? No, I did not. We should do that. Let me do that real quick. I forgot. Also, we have the Discord channel open. If you guys want to ask questions, some of our regulars will ask on your behalf through a super chat, like through a donation super chat thing. So if you want to have your questions answered, go to that channel on Discord, on our Discord server, link in the description, and they will ask for you. Okay, let me I'm going to try to take a picture of her for the... It's okay. That was a pretty good one. You know, I hate using phone cameras. You know why? Because I always get fingerprints and stuff on the lens, and it always makes it a little blurry. Let's try again. Please don't freak out when I try to take a picture. I was afraid of that. Damn it. Well, these should work. Let's see if she comes back on her own. I don't want to... Well, if I walk over there, maybe she'll hop back over here. Because that's what happened last time. But hey, she's kind of flying. That's a huge improvement at least. So... You know, got that going for her. All these pictures are like blurry because she's moving in every one of them. Okay, we'll choose one. How about this one? This is what I'm going to choose. It's a little blurry, but that's all right. It looks like it's a little out of focus too. But you know what? Can't always get what you want. We'll put a filter over it. Maybe people won't notice it's out of focus. Don't tell anybody, alright guys? Going to be taking the next few months to try and do some training with her. Okay. Okay. Okay, this should work. And then I will post on Facebook as well. Give me a sec. I need to find the link to this video so I can post it in there. Okay. Alrighty. And we're publishing it now. Alrighty. Okay. We should be good now. Hopefully. Oh man. I'll go try to get Beatrix in a second. I'll see if I can encourage her to come back over here at least. I don't know why she wants to go back there. Okay, I'm sorry guys. I don't mean for the streams to be so chaotic, but You gotta work with animals, that's what you got. Chaos. Especially when they're wild like her. Ow! You know that's dangerous. You will hurt yourself. You know that? That's not good. Do not go back there. Look. Alright, this is actually a good demonstration of why we're going to be doing the training inside of her cage from now on. And why she's not going to be in the videos or streams from now on. Well, until she's better. She tried to squeeze herself behind that air conditioner. Even though I've covered part of it up, she still found a way to flatten herself out, like she's some kind of cat or something. Good Lord. I've never seen a toucan try to squeeze into tight spaces, especially not on the floor, like her. It's bizarre. It scares the piss out of me. Anyways. Give me a fright. Okay. We'll keep her out for a little bit longer. I would have actually just put her up, but then I remembered that I just made that post. So, we'll see. We'll see how everything goes. We'll at least give her another 10, 20 minutes or so. Okay. April Ernston says, is that Ernston? Ernston? April Ernston? Ernston. Why do I want to say Ernston? Ernston says, Tupac, you are such a good boy. He is a good boy. I don't have to worry about him, thankfully. Aside from potentially falling off of his perch in the middle of the night, he doesn't usually put himself in danger, thankfully. Carol Mello says, sorry about your grandpa. I'm assuming this was sent like 20 minutes ago when I was talking about him. It's okay. I think he's going to be alright, but he's down for quite a while, unfortunately. Whew. Trinity Warwick says, hope you're having a good day, Brock. Sending you and the birds love. Give Tupac some head scratches for me. I can do that. We'll see if he wants to get pet. Oh, man. Mike Bode says, will Tabasco finger stop biting like it did with my kid when he was a young punk? Probably not, but that's negative reinforcement, and that's not something I want to encourage with the birds. I don't want any experience they have with me to be negative. So, and I don't think they even can taste any. I don't think spicy works on them. Spicy stuff. So, yeah, I don't want to do anything to that like that though. I want to try to. It's harder to go through positive reinforcement, but that's what I want to do with her. I think being out here is just far too negative. and a negative experience for her. As you've seen, she doesn't understand what's going on. She doesn't know I'm trying to help her, and that I'm trying to protect her from hurting herself. She just thinks I'm some predator trying to pull her from safety. So man, I don't know. I wonder sometimes if she just has to be an aviary bird, or be in a place where she can only live with her own kind. Maybe she's just too wild. Maybe there would be a better place for her that she can be more of a toucan, with other toucans and other wild toucans. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we can. Maybe if it comes down to that, where she can only be aviary bird, we can build her a big flight when I move. Outside, and she can live outside, and maybe we can find some other wild keelbills like her and put them all together and let them all be toucans together, and not have to worry about having human interaction as much. But we're gonna try this first, and if it comes down to it, we might have to do something like that. But for now, we're gonna be optimistic, and we're gonna try to train her. We're gonna try to positively reinforce a relationship between us, so she can know that she can trust me. I'm not gonna hurt her, that sort of thing. And I'm good. I give her food. I give her scratches. I give her love, and I'm not gonna hurt her. That's all I want her to know. So, but I don't think this is the way to do it as far as that goes. I think what I've been doing has been good, because it's been helping her get used to having her out here, even though it's been it's been a struggle for the past 6 months, no doubt. But it's helped her get more acclimated to being in a large space, and even though she's not quite there, she's a lot better than she was. So that's why I want to try to refocus a little bit now, because I think she's actually, as you can see, she can't fly fully. She can't fly like Rhea. Like, Rhea is a very skilled flyer already, and she's not as coordinated as Rhea is either, even though Rhea is really clumsy. But she's getting there. She's halfway there, and that's a huge improvement than what she was. Because when I first got her, she just dropped to the ground and slid all over the floor, and now she's actually hopping and is able to hold herself up on a flat surface, and able to land up there or up on the TV like she did earlier. And that's a huge improvement, and I think it's time that we can try to build some sort of relationship. And my original idea was that I could get her when we move, I could get her into a big enclosure that I could walk into and then work with her from there. But I think I can go ahead and just start now and leave her in her, because she's got that big enclosure. It's not a walk-in aviary, but it's huge. It's like the biggest possible cage you could buy that's not an aviary. She has a lot of space. And she feels comfortable in there now. So I think it's just the best idea to go ahead and try to at least start training her there. And then if I can at least get her to hop on my arm, and even if she does bite me if I bring my other arm there or something, but at least just hop onto my arm when I put it out for her. That would be good. That would make things a lot easier. Because then if I go back there and she just hops on my arm, and even if she wants to kill me, that's fine. But she's on my arm, and I can take her and put her someplace safe. That's all I really need right now. And then once we build a temporary enclosure out here, I can get her to hop on my arm, go take her outside. She can spend the day outside. I can go and stand in there with her and spend time with her inside her space where she feels comfortable, and she can be up high, get some branches up high that are over me, or she feels like she's safe and I'm not going to be able to get her, and then I can try to coax her down from there, with treats or whatever else. I think that's the best way to go. Originally I was just going to jump straight to that step I just described, but I think we can do a transitional period through her current enclosure. I didn't know that target training could work, even though it does work differently and it's more difficult than a parrot. I didn't know it could work to that extent where I could maybe, I can target train her and then get her to maybe hop on my arm through target training over time. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think anybody's really trained a toucan like this that's like semi-wild. But I'm gonna try to apply what she told me to do. And you have to kind of transition them into targeting even still. So it's not as simple as with a parrot, unfortunately. But I'm gonna try my best, So and I really don't want to be having many heart attacks like that when she's out here all the time. It's stressful for both of us, And I don't know. I just want the best for her, So we're gonna try that and just see how it works. So, anyways, it's different. It's just different with birds, Especially, like, she has such a specific set of circumstances where not only is she semi-wild, and she was wild caught, and she's still semi-wild in the way she behaves, but also she was kept in a tiny cage and probably tormented by people, and then, was because she was kept in that tiny cage and she had her wings clipped and all that stuff, she got muscle atrophy in her wings and her legs, and she just had no coordination and no means of. It made her feel extremely vulnerable, And that's not good for a semi-wild animal to feel vulnerable around a big. I look like a big scary predator to her, I'm sure. I kind of wonder what she thinks when I come in and, like, Tupac just sits here and chills and is fine, and then, like, I go and I open the door for Aria, or when Maeve was here. Just as soon as I open the door, they want to come out. Uh-oh, did it freeze? Oh, no, there we are. Okay. They just, jump right on my arm and are happy to see me, and she's like, I'm not sure about this guy. I think he might eat me. It's been 6 months and he hasn't eaten me yet, but today's the day. He's definitely doing it today. He's fattening me up with these papayas and blueberries, and then he's gonna eat me. Okay. I'm gonna try to continue with any other chat. I don't know if chats came in or not, but we're gonna check. Oh boy. White Slowpoke says, "Stay strong, birdies." I assume that is directed at Beatrix. We're gonna hope she stays strong. Aratu97 says, "My new cat Luther is getting more comfortable around me. He lets me pet him and hold him for a bit, and give Tupac some scratches for me. I will do that if you will allow me to. I'm happy to hear that you're developing a good relationship with your cat." Well, the good news is, through this stream, we've raised just about almost enough money to pay for that temporary enclosure here for the next few months. So that's awesome. So that takes some pressure off of me. That's really good. So I don't feel as guilty about spending the money, Although I don't feel guilty to begin with because it has to deal with the birds. But it just sucks that it's like, it's not going to be something that we're here forever. That's why. So it's just, I'm going to do it like really cheap, as cheap as we can. Just cheap enough and secure enough to be there. And then we'll go from there. So, and then whoever moves in here next can make it into a screened-in porch or something if they want to easily. But I've been hesitant to do it. It's going to be difficult to do because I can't like put a proper flooring down. It's just going to be the deck, and I got to find out some way. I'm going to have to like lay a tarp down or something or maybe I can cut some vinyl flooring or like cut some AstroTurf or something to the shape of the deck and just keep that on the bottom. There's got to be some kind of drainage for water, but maybe we can do that. Maybe that would be good. But I'm just, you know, it's gonna have to be it's gonna have to be a little bit ghetto for now, because I can't build anything permanent, and like, if I did, it would be really expensive, and then we're gonna move. So I'm just gonna try to do it. You know, it's not gonna be the best, but it's gonna be better than them not being outside at all for the next few months. So, because right now it's, you know, I can take Tupac out pretty easily, but you know, Rhea is another story. So I want her to get some sun while she's growing. Anyways, all right. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, I forgot I'm doing it. I'm doing it on the tablet thing now. I'll make sure nobody else sent anything else. Do you guys want to get Rhea out? We're probably only going to do the stream for another half hour to an hour, so let me know if you guys want Rhea out. Beatrix is fine. Someone was asking if she's okay. Why is this her last stream? Because well, I explain it in the Instagram post. I'm going to do some training with her, and she's not going to be out of her enclosure for a while. Okay, this is what I'm going to say from now on, because I'm seeing a lot of people ask, and I know that's fine, because not everyone's going to be here for the entire stream. But if you are wondering, well, I have a abridged version on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll do a video when I do the target training. I'm gonna film our first like session just to see how it goes, and I'll do a general Beatrix update video along with that, and I'll explain why she's not going to be in the streams for a while, or the videos. Excuse me. Oh boy. Okay, we're updated on the comments. Let me try to just view the normal chat for a while. Okay. Please bring Rhea. I would like to see the baby. I gotta do some. Rhea's growing so freaking quick. You've never seen Rhea. We've done like 4 or 5 videos, including the live stream with her. Can we please have some Rhea time? Everyone wants Rhea. I would like to see the baby. Okay, thank you guys for answering the people asking why Beatrix isn't going to be in the streams. She will be, eventually she will be in them. What I want to do, what I'm hoping when we move, is that I can set the streams up like in a walk-in aviary, you know? So when we do the streams every week, it'll be within the aviary, and we can have there'll be enough space for all the birds, and maybe Beatrix will just live out there permanently, I don't know. But that's kind of what I'd like to see, where we do the streams outside, you know? That would be fun. And perfect lighting, you know, or not perfect, because it'll probably end up casting a shadow somewhere, but we'll figure all that out. But it'd be well lit, and everyone gets some fresh air. I get to be outside, you know, and all the birds get to be outside. There'll be plenty of room. I think that's the way to go for most of the streams, at least. I think that's the way to go. But we'll work on that when the time comes. Is there sunlight that reaches the toucan room? Yes, there is, and I mean there's sunlight in here too, but it's through a window, and the windows filter out a lot of the good radiation and, you know, vitamin D and all the stuff that they need from the sun. So, like if people stay, you know how if people stay inside for too long, they get like deficiencies and crap like that, like vitamin deficiencies or whatever. I mean I don't think maybe the birds don't necessarily get deficient, although they probably do if kept inside for too long. So I do take them outside. It's just not, it's a whole thing when I do it, you know? So the best thing is just natural, direct sunlight, fresh air. They need that every day. So, yeah, anyways. But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting when we have the ability to build all this stuff. It'd be interesting to see what kind of stuff we can come up with, you know, because I'll feel comfortable building things that are permanent structures because I'll want to stay there for a long time. Have some more money, Brock. You need a bigger cage as well. I'm assuming that's referring to the house. It is basically my cage, isn't it? Yeah. Same thing. Thank you, Mike. Mike Bode sent that. I should have read his name. Yeah, we need sun too. Release the crackhead, they say. Can you give them a blueberry? Beatrix will probably... Beatrix will probably take off if I put my hand in front of her. And if I'm gonna spook her, I'm gonna put her in her enclosure. Especially, she probably wants to eat and stuff. I went ahead and I put food in there for her before I brought her out, so that way she would be able to eat as soon as I put her up. So let's go get Aria, because Beatrix is clearly like traumatized right now, and would probably feel a lot more comfortable in her enclosure. And that's part of the reason why I want to train her from her enclosure, because she feels safer and more comfortable there, and that makes sense. So. Okay. Let's see how this see how this goes. Ugh. I'm gonna try to get her to step on my arm, but it's probably not gonna happen. Crashing into things and hurting yourself, you know that? Here you go. Let's clean up poop real quick, though. She may not have crackhead energy right now because it's starting to get late. She might be sleepy. Are you sleepy, bird? Are none of those blueberries good enough for you, or what? None of them are good enough for you? She just dropped that one too on the floor. Well, don't pick through them if you don't want to eat them. Silly. Where'd you drop that? It like went up on the side there. I'm gonna have to get that after the stream because I have to get up and get it. Look, you know, don't eat these. Look, if you're not gonna eat them, you don't get them. All right. Oof. See, I have one that doesn't want anything to do with me and one that won't leave me alone. You want some toys? What? There we go. You want the monkey? Go drown the monkey. She's been drowning her toys. Like Maeve. You want this? She's looking very red. Who would have thought red-billed toucans have red bills? You done with that one? You want another one? How about this? Okay. Trying to get to comments. People can't see you there. Come here. Need like a 360 camera for Aria. You know what I'm talking about? Those 360 cameras that they have, where you can like look around in VR, or you can like scroll around with your finger or whatever. That's what we need for her. You want more toys? How about this fox? Or not fox, what is it, a squirrel? Looks kind of like a fox. Mouse. Trying to make sure she didn't try to swallow this mouse. You want this? Okay, I'm trying to read the comments now. Ugh. Oh, okay. Gamer Freak 3110 says 5 berries for each birdie. You're doing an amazing job, my friend. Keep it up, brother. I don't think we have enough berries to give 5 each. Let's see. We might have Rhea pick through all those. She doesn't want any of them, apparently. Come here, Rhea. Hey. You want this? Maybe she'll eat it if I give it to her. Nope. Shook it and threw it on the ground. How about this one? Okay, alright. She's probably full because I gave her some papaya before we started the stream. She probably filled herself up on papaya before this. Gamer Freak again says give Tupac a scratch because he's being a good boy. Oh, I said I was going to give him one earlier too, and then I forgot. So we'll try. Can I pet you? Is that all right? Okay. He doesn't want me to scratch him right now. I'm a Flamingo says I hope Miss Kraken's training goes well, and I respect your decision to put her needs first. I'm unfamiliar with target training. What is the stick for? LOL. With target training, you basically have like a stick, and the goal is to train them to touch the end of the stick wherever you have it on command. So just to follow the end of the stick. So I'll go up to the side of Beatrix's enclosure and have it through the bars, and then you know, well, it's different with toucans. What she told me was that toucans want to actually grab it, and we don't want them to grab it or to train her to grab things like that. We just want her to touch it. So she said the first thing you have to do is just train them to look at the stick. So every time she follows it with her eyes, you know, when I have it around, then you give her a treat, do the clicker or do a positive command to give the treat. And then you have to train them to, what did she say? What order? That was the first step. The second step was to get them to maybe follow it without touching it. And then I think the last is, or maybe to put their beak towards it and then do it. There's some specific steps with toucans that you have to train. First you have to train them not to grab it, and then you can target train like normal. I think that's why other people were having not as much success with target training, and why I thought it wouldn't work. But she says it works. So, hey, chill out. You want this? You don't want these, remember? Let's see if you can get inside. She's not the brightest toucan yet, but let's see if she can do it. There you go. Starting to get it. Anyways, the goal is just to get them to... Oh, look at that! Good girl. There you go. Figured it out. I didn't think she was going to be able to figure that out, because she's kind of a dunce sometimes. Baby toucans aren't the smartest birds. It takes them a while to get their intelligence up. But yeah, with target training, you get them to follow. You want to get them to go where that stick is, so that way I can actually get her to do it. You know, I can have my arm out and then get her to come onto my arm through target training. She'll understand that when she follows the stick, she gets a treat. And when we do that when we do the training together, then we kind of develop a rapport, more of a rapport, because she understands that I'm gonna give her, you know, I'm gonna give her something good when she cooperates with me. She starts to understand that. So the goal is to do the target training so that I can target train her onto my arm, and then eventually I can remove the target and just get her to come on my arm voluntarily. You know, every time I open the cage up and I put my arm out, she'll jump onto it instead of trying to kill me. So, because it's not really a issue with and none of the toucans I've had has it been an issue to get them to step up or hop onto your arm when you know, especially when you're opening the enclosure. So, but with Beatrix, she doesn't understand that stuff. So she doesn't have a positive association with people, and so I need to try to build some rapport with her that way, and then, you know, convince her that it's okay to get on my arm, and then she has the choice to get on my arm. You know, she understands that if she steps onto my arm, she's going to get rewarded for it at that point. Because right now I couldn't just train her to step up on me with holding a blueberry. She's not going to do it at all, because she doesn't even associate the fact that something positive will happen if she does that. So I think that's the best. You know, there's little steps, there's tiny steps we have to take to get to a larger goal, and the main goal I just need is for her to get on my arm when I need her to. rather than trying to cram herself into small spaces and potentially hurt herself, or like flying into a wall, or God forbid if I move and we have windows or something and she doesn't understand windows. Okay, birds that, like, these birds understand windows because they've been around them and they've, but Beatrix, I don't know if would quite understand it, and I don't want her to fly into it and hurt herself. I've never had a toucan fly into a window. I've never seen one fly into a window or a ceiling fan or anything like that. But with Beatrix, I don't know, I can't predict that sort of behavior with her. So it would be easier for me and easier for her to come out and join the live streams if I can convince her that it's a good thing to come on my arm. So I got to spend the next few months convincing her that it's a good idea to come step up on my arm. And, it's a positive thing to come out of her enclosure. She's got to make that choice herself, though. Because right now, me, sticking my arm in there or opening the enclosure, anytime I just open it, if I get near it and it's open, she just wants to kill me. So, we don't want her to... Can you not do that? Where did that even go? Anyways, you guys get the idea. What did you do? Where did that blueberry go that you just flung? Oh, there it is. It went to the same place the other one did. Ugh. Why don't you want these? You just crush them and then you throw them away. I think we're almost out of blueberries. You have slim pickings right now until the other ones thaw out. She's like, what is this crap? This is not what I asked for. These blueberries are subpar. I demand strictly fresh, organic blueberries. They're not fresh because they're all, well, usually they're all fresh unless they're frozen. These are actually fresh, though. They seem to like the freaking frozen ones better a lot of times. I don't know why. They're thawed. They don't eat them frozen. All these freaking blueberries everywhere. Good lord. She's pooped in her water. Don't poop in your water. Look, you're gonna have to get off there now, because I gotta clean your water bowl out now. Here. Rhea basically thinks the scale is a toy now. I've been trying to get her trained on the scale, and now she just sits there and perches there, like, just for fun. Don't you? Because Maeve was afraid of this scale. And then Beatrix, of course, is like, I can't even hardly get her on that at all. I can't even weigh Beatrix very often. I weigh her every day right now, but... that's another thing with target training, is I can, you know, get Beatrix to go on the scale easily as well. So, stuff like that. I can just get her to go where I want her to go if I need her to. Hey, if it works. And you know, at some point, like, I don't need that kind of stuff with Rhea or Tupac. If she can just get to where she's comfortable perching on me and being out here and being a normal, you know, like the other birds, I don't have to worry about that stuff as much, you know? When I put Rhea onto the scale, she just steps onto it, because it's like, I don't know why Maeve was afraid of it. Maeve would step on it after I covered it in tape. She was like afraid of dowel rods for some reason. Like just the wood, you know, wooden dowel, like she was afraid of, which is what that thing is made out of on the scale. So I covered it in tape, and then she would actually step on it. If she couldn't see the bare wood, she wasn't afraid of it. She would step on it. But for some reason, she was afraid of the dowel rod. But Rhea doesn't have that fear, thankfully. I don't know why Maeve did. It's so bizarre, but you know, they get scared of random weird things sometimes. Okay, do not play in the flower pot. Hey, good girl. Okay. Good job. Not the flower pot, the plants. The plant pot. She wants to play in the dirt. Maeve did too. She's not good. We don't eat dirt. And dirt is, I don't know, it's not tasty. I don't know why you want to eat the potting soil so much, but... Well, she doesn't eat it, but she plays in it, and I'm always afraid she's going to eat it. So I'd just rather her not be in there at all. Let me get caught up on comments and stuff here. I'm filling her water, little, you know, whatever, the freaking huge bath thing that's both a bath and a water, or a water bowl. Just gonna knock the plant pot over now, the water pot. Don't knock that over. Come back in here. Rhea, look. Come back in here. Come on. Good girl. Good job. I'm trying to get her actually trained where she'll come back when I ask her to. So if she's getting into anything bad, you know, it's not that big of a deal. I'll just say her name or whatever, or get her attention, and then she'll come to me. So I don't have to get up so often to get her out of trouble. That would be good. She can be up there, that's fine. Okay, let me try to actually get to the chat now. Oof. Okay, we just have one from Jennifer Reynolds. When did Maeve start drowning her toys? Rhea seems to be doing it much earlier. Best of luck on training Beatrix. Stock up on the Band-Aids. That's a good question, because I've noticed a lot of that too. I've noticed that Rhea is maturing a lot more quickly than Maeve did. Like she stopped her baby noises just a couple weeks into me having her. Like there was only maybe one or two videos where she had baby noises, and now she's already done. She's yelping. She hasn't started clicking yet, but she's doing a high-pitched yelp, which doesn't sound like their normal yelp, but it's like, you know, an actual adult vocalization she's trying to do. And Maeve didn't even start clicking until like the end of the year. So this is kind of interesting because I can watch, Google Photos, will take everything from your previous phones or whatever and upload it, like photos and videos, to their cloud service. And then if you look at it, it'll give you highlights from the previous year, or like from 2 years ago or 3 years ago or whatever else. It's like on this day a year ago, or this week 1 year ago. And Ria was born a couple of days before Maeve was, like a few days before Maeve was. So I can actually kind of go to Google Photos and see where Maeve was at the same point in time as they were growing. See, she's just back there sitting on the scale like it's a perch, like just something to play on. She's going to try to get in that cabinet. So I can actually see them kind of developing side by side, and it's just like, it's so blatantly obvious. And I have a bunch of pictures and a collage and stuff. And then we'll go over this in the nutrition video I do as well. It's just so, like, I didn't realize it at the time, but now looking at it, it's just like, it's so freaking obvious that there was something wrong with Maeve, you know? Because like her beak was just like, here, I'll bring it up here. I can probably do it on the tablet here. Let me do that. And then I can probably show it to you guys a little more. Well, it's a little bit of a ratchety way to do it, but you know, I'm not on my computer where I can just switch the screen, so we're gonna do it this way. No, well, I just started setting this thing up because I just got it earlier in the mail. I didn't even know it was coming. I was like, oh cool, Samsung sent me a tablet randomly. Awesome. Works for me. Okay. Well, it's updating its thing, so I might have to wait for it to do the thing. Wait, what is it? August? Alright, let's go to August 2019. There's Ripley in August 2018. It's populating its thing right now. Oh, well, it's still downloading everything. April 2020. Well, while it does this, while it populates everything, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go flip the water off on her bath, because I think that's what she's waiting on. And then I'm going to go take a pee-pee, because that sound is making me want to pee. So, hold on a second. You having fun in here on your scale? Here's some water. Want that? You want some water? Yeah, too many paper towels. Alright, have fun on your scale. I'll be right back, alright? I'll play in the dirt while I'm gone. She was waiting for me to come out. Are you waiting for me patiently? Here. What was I saying? Oh yeah, we're gonna look at the photos. That's right. Man, it's still populating. Holy crap. Maybe we can go back to August 2019 now, though. When is it? Today's the 14th. Let's look for a day around the 14th. Here we go. And this photo's on Instagram too, I think. Like here's Maeve at like the same time. You guys can see this photo's on Instagram. You just see her beak just looks like all black and like brown, and it has that weird like bump on it and stuff. I think there's a better picture of that bump. Those were kind of she started getting those divots, you know? Like, oh, here we go. I took a picture of it back then, because I was like, what is this? Like, here's her beak right here. And wait for it to adjust the exposure for it. Hold on. There we go. Oh, Ria's jumping on me. You guys see that weird, like, bump and stuff on her? But yeah, it was just, she just looked small and sickly, and then had a weird, really weird beak. And beak is usually like a big tell, you know, with toucans. But I didn't know any better because I had never seen a baby red-billed toucan before. Yeah, there we go. Anyways, you guys get the idea. Those pictures are on Instagram if you guys want to check them out and go back like a year ago. Anyways. Oh, we should check the chat real quick because we're probably going to have to stop. Everyone's... Oh, don't jump on the actual microphone. That's not a perch. Come here. That's not a perch, you know that? But yeah, Ria's beak. I mean, her beak's not perfect by any means, but they never are when they're babies, you know? But you can see, it's just like, there's no bumps, nothing like that on it. And it's super red. Like, already it's super red. And black, obviously, is not a good sign for a baby red-billed toucan, I would say. Do you want me to pet you? Is that what you're doing? Come over here. People can't see you over there. Come over here, look. Come here. Well, fine then. Don't come over here. And Ria, the orbital skin around Ria's eyes is super blue already. Like, it's as blue, if not bluer, than what Maeve's was, you know, at a year old. And then her bill is obviously way more red than Maeve's was, even at this age. So, I mean, it's good to at least have the documentation of that kind of stuff. I don't know. I mean, even if I had I knew there was something off back then. I mean, obviously, because it was mainly because of the bump, though, and stuff, you know? And then, obviously, her size, but, anyways. I wish I wouldn't have been able to really do anything to change it, but, you know. I don't know. You know, had I known that stuff, I wouldn't have gotten her to begin with, and then we would have never had all this time and all these moments that we had with Maeve, you know? So I'm thankful that I at least did get her, because, I mean, had I known, I wouldn't have even gotten her to begin with, and obviously we all fell in love with her in spite of her problems. And, you know, but had I known, we wouldn't have gotten her, and we wouldn't have gotten those moments, so, I don't know. It's always hard to say. Like, there was this guy recently that got a red-billed toucan from the same breeder as Maeve, and the breeder gave him the bird like completely unweaned. Like it didn't even have all of its feathers. It wasn't even able to perch or remotely feed on its own. And the breeder told him that you know, he wouldn't have to. I mean, I don't remember what he was saying exactly, but the bird should have been on formula still. And the breeder said it didn't need formula, even though it clearly did. And thankfully, he did get help from some good people. And he also reached out to me as well. So, not that I'm not good. That sounded like he got help from good people. And also me. But, I think the bird's doing better now, but you can clearly see, like, I mean, they have white feathers like Maeve. He saw my video on Maeve, and that's what concerned him, and all this stuff. And he was able to switch the bird's formula to the right formula, and it has less white feathers than Maeve did, but it still has some white feathers, and its bill is still very, like, dark brown black on the side of it. It's not red. But, you know, he wouldn't have known had he not seen the video with Maeve. So it could have saved that bird's life, you know. But, you know, he might have been able to catch it early enough and change its formula. Because it was only like a month old when he got it. So it may have been enough time where he could switch the formula to the right formula and it still be okay. I'm hoping it's okay. But, I don't know where I was going with that. But he wouldn't have known had not, you know, if what had happened with Maeve, what hadn't happened, he wouldn't have known. And maybe there's people in the future that will know now as well. So, you know, that's a good thing. But, you know, we know now. I mean, looking even at his bird versus Rhea, Rhea is just so freaking bright, you know, brightly colored. So, and we know what they're supposed to look like now, which is good. And I've found, since then, I've found pictures of baby red bills, like really searching deep and hard on the internet. I've found pictures of like wild baby red bills, and they look pretty much like Rhea. So, she took a dump here, and then she's going to start trouble in here. Isn't that nice? Oh wait, let's read the comments. What are you doing? Come in here. Well, she was about to come, and then she got distracted by the scale. You want to come? Come on. Rhea, hey, look. All right, well, it's not 100% yet, but it's getting there. What was I doing? Oh. Gonna look at comments. I don't think she's getting into trouble right now. She's just knocking stuff over. Or she's not doing anything endangering to herself. She's just knocking things over. So we'll let her be. There's nothing in the sink or anything that she can get into. What are you doing in there? Maria's beak is also a lot bigger and thicker already, too. She looks, I mean, she almost looks, and I mean, obviously she's a lot bigger in weight as well than even Maeve was as a 1-year-old adult. And Rhea is only 3 months old. You being good? Don't go kill yourself in there, alright? Don't kill yourself. Don't do that. Okay. Alright, let's see what the comments say. D. Denver sent $20 but with no comment. Thank you very much. And then Acer Light says, "Hi Brock. Tuned in a bit late, but I'm glad I could make it. Glad you're here too." Does this work better for everybody? Like Fridays or Saturdays? It seems like more people come Saturdays, even though everyone voted for Friday. That doesn't really make any sense. Maybe we should redo the vote or something. I don't know. Well, maybe we'll take a new vote and see when the new good time is. Maybe Friday was better for everybody back when, you know, the COVID stuff was happening. Hey, what are you doing? Come over here. Look. People can't see you where you are. Well, we can scoot you over a little bit. Wait, did that have the opposite effect? Can you see more of her if I push her over here? No? I don't know why that's not making a difference, but whatever. Okay. Where were we? Oh. Dina says, blessings to you, Brock, and the lovely cans. Thank you, Dina, very much. 235 says, Rhea knocked some sanitizer off the counter, LOL. Was this when I was gone? Oh, she sure did. Did you knock things down while I was gone? Look, nobody can see you. Okay. Gamer Freak 3110 says, if you're going to stop, have a good day. Been fun chilling. Gonna go to bed. Good to see you, Gamer Freak. Thanks for tuning in. I know it's late for some people, and I apologize. Kate46 asks, can you give Tupac a scritch for me? I can. We'll give him a scritch. Let's see if he'll let me. Can I pet you? Okay, he's gonna let me. Okay, well, he wasn't as into it as I was expecting, but... Rhea. Alright, well, we'll probably go ahead and wrap the stream up. Let's see, yeah, a little over 2 hours. Everyone's kind of filtering out a little bit. So, let's give it another... Let's give it another 5 minutes. For everyone to get in their last super chats or whatever else. And in the meantime, I'll take a look at the normal chat. Let's see what you guys are saying. Tupac needs a blueberry. I think these blueberries are all overripe ones now. Let's see. That one looks alright. Okay, there we go. Yeah, these are all... You want that? Did you eat that or did you drop it? We need to clean your poop up. You got nasty poop. Lots of papaya. I think we're about out of blueberries for the night. We'll have to wait for the new ones to thaw for the morning. I'm gonna go and grab a paper towel and clean this. She's got some nasty poops going on right here. I'm gonna clean them up real quick. Okay. Let's check the last comments here. Thank you guys for joining me today, by the way. Sorry if I startled or scared anybody about Beatrix. That wasn't my intention. She's fine. Okay. Trying to bring up the chats here. Okay. Oh, we only have one from Firebird9 for $100. Holy crap. Thank you very much, Firebird. But they say, for the new outdoor enclosure, so you can all get some fun in the sun. Well, that'll certainly cover a good portion of it. So thank you very much for that. It's incredibly generous and kind of you. Maybe when we get it set up, we can do a stream out there. The only thing I worry about is neighbors doing yard work, or sometimes my neighbors like blast music outside. Which ones? Oh no, they're over here. The ones over here like blast music, and I can actually hear it from inside my house, like the bass and everything, and it's like, I don't know. But I probably can't talk too much crap because I play loud stuff in here all the time. But I'd be surprised if they could hear it from in their house, though, from here. I think I can only hear it because it's like right here in their yard. Anyways, my point is, it would be an inconvenience if they started doing that. But thanks again, Firebird. Holly Goodwin asks, how much does Rhea weigh now? Heavier and healthier, I hope. Thanks for having a stream for us all to look forward to at the end of the week. I actually weighed her this morning. Let's see what it was. I think it was like 532. Let me see. Gotta bring up my document here. 534. So she's been hovering, let's see, towards the end of July, she was at 540. That was like really heavy, like full belly heavy. So she was probably more like 510 at that point, but she had eaten a lot. And then on the 8th of this month, she was 531, and then this morning she was 534. So I weigh her every day, and I only record it like every week or so usually. But I do weigh her every day. So, but today, like just to make sure she's within the normal range and not dropping below a certain number. So she was like when I very first got her, she was like just a little over 500 grams. And then, obviously she's probably gained a good 20 grams or so since I got her. But it's all dependent on how much food they've eaten. So, they're always within about 20 grams or so. Oh, hello. What? You know I'm talking about you? They're usually all within the range of about 20 grams. Like, Beatrix is usually around 490, give or take. And then Tupac's always around 660, give or take. So, and she's still growing. She'll grow. I mean, Maeve continued to put on weight well into her first year, even though it was very little. Maeve at this age probably weighed, well, let's see, we can see right here. Maeve on August 13th of last year weighed 448 grams. And Rhea weighed 534 this morning. So there's almost 100 grams of difference between them at this age. Well, as long as she doesn't jump off here and hurt herself and lose a foot. Don't lose your foot. Oh, God. Do you like when I hold you like this? Oh, hello. Do you want free? Or do you like this? Usually she likes when I hold her like this. Because even if I hold like Tupac like this, he'll struggle a little bit and want free. But she actually likes it. Or when I held Maeve like this, she would want free immediately. But Rhea seems to like it. She's like relaxing her head and everything. Do you like sitting here? Do you want out? You can go if you want. Here you go. She's like, we're not finished yet. I need more cuddles. Oh, she's gonna scratch her foot, or her head, with her foot. You poofy? You wanna say bye to everybody? You want me to pet you more? Is that what you want? Okay, never mind. Alright, guys. Well, let me double check and make sure that was the last chat, just so I don't miss anything. Okay, I did miss one from Kyla Bright. It says, hope training with Beatrix goes well. Wishing you and the birds the best. I hope you have a lovely night. And Kyla, I hope you have a lovely night as well. And all of you, hope all of you have a lovely night. Did you find a charger there? This is how you recharge your toucan right here. Well, she was holding this. You want this? She's like eyeing Tupac. Tupac wants papaya too, I think. I got him a bowl down there with it. I'm gonna put her up though after this, so she's. Yeah, it's time for bed. Time for birds to go to sleep. Time for humans to have a break. And but thanks everybody for coming so much. And I enjoyed it. Oh God. Enjoyed the stream. Thanks for all your comments and questions, and for understanding with Beatrix. You know, that we can't really make her just. I don't know. I've really struggled lately with having her out on streams at all because of those problems. But I think this is a good solution to solve all of them. And hopefully get her more like a normal toucan. But we'll see what happens. But anyways, guys, love all of you. We'll have a new video next week, probably around the same time as this week's. And I don't know. We'll have to, well, depending on when the target stick and all that stuff gets here, maybe we'll do a Beatrix video next. But I don't know when it's going to arrive. So... and I don't want to wait too long to do a video next week, so maybe it'll be the week after next that we do that. But we'll be back here Friday or Saturday. I don't know. We'll see. Everyone seems to want to come more on Saturdays now. At least that's the way it seems to me. So maybe we'll do Saturday evenings, like around 4 or 5 from now on. I don't know. Because, I mean, the past couple streams we've been doing Saturdays, we've been breaking 1,000 viewers. And then I think tonight, maybe our top was like 700 and something, which is still really good, don't get me wrong. But, you know, we want to have as many people as possible able to join us, so it's not inconvenient for anybody. So, but anyways, thanks, guys. See you next week. Everyone have a great night. We're going to wrap it up. Hopefully we'll have a new outside space for him soon. Temporarily. Good night, everybody. You want to come here, Rhea? You want to come on? What was that about? Come here. All right, we're trying.